If you need to make sure that your strategy is landing with your team, then this video is for you. Over the last few months, I've become increasingly aware of a couple of things around strategy. One, more and more people are going into PDRs and coming out and reporting back to me, well, in my PDR this week, I was told I need to do more strategic thinking or demonstrate that I'm thinking more strategically. And on the flip side, I'm talking to leaders all the time who are struggling with their teams and they're saying things like, well, they just don't seem to want to move forward with the business. And I say, do they understand the vision of the business? Do you understand the strategy? And they go, well, I think so. And I'm like, when was the last time you talked about the strategies? Or the vision is on the website. When you're strategically thinking and you're operating from a strategic place, then you are truly defining yourself as a leader. And there are some things that you can do in the way that you communicate as a leader that will demonstrate that you are a strategic thinker and you are taking that team out ahead of you. Now, let's talk about the term strategic thinking. I mean, jargon alert. It's a massive piece of jargon. What does strategic thinking actually mean? If you put 10 people in a room, they will give you slightly different answers. And that to me is what jargon is when people can give you slightly different answers to a terminology. Where I am coming from is this. Strategic thinking is the ability to set a plan and a vision and be able to take people on that vision. You move from being a person in an organization who is walking the path, we're going on this path, we've got this brief, we're going to be clearing the way and we're going to be doing. You move from that to being the person who sets the path. You're the person who says, here's where we're headed. This is the destination we're going to get to. And I need you to help me form that path and go walk that path with me. Talking strategically means that really you go from being in the weeds to zooming out, to being able to talk from this greater position, to being able to connect some dots from other areas in your industry, and to be able to put that strategy and that vision that you've put into place into a way that people go, okay, off we go. And over the last couple of weeks, I've developed a framework that we're now using at the Presenter Coach with all of our clients that is really proving to be helpful and get results. And it breaks down into 3 quick, clear things that you need to make sure you're communicating when you're talking about strategy or you're demonstrating yourself as a strategic thinker. And it goes like this, very simply: vision, position, direction. In your role as leader, you're the person that people look to and go, okay, where are we going? Where's the light here? And if you've not set that vision or you aren't clear on that vision on a daily basis, then you're not talking about the why we are doing this. That vision could be we want to be number one in the market, or we want to be a market leader. It could be we want to help 1 million people be happy for the next 2 years. It could be in 2030, we're going to be a $4 billion business, whatever it is. That's the vision. You have set that vision, with you and your team have set that vision, and you're giving the team a destination to go to. As a leader, you want to be that person. You can visualize just standing up and speaking to your team, motivating them and getting results. That's the vision of being a great leader, right? If you can give your team the vision, the light that they can move towards, then you're going to automatically be motivational, inspiring, and you can really play with that vision then and give it real picture, real joy, real examples. So setting the vision is always going to help you be a strategic thinker or come across as one. The next step is position. This is where you do that zoom out and you look at the landscape. The landscape of the business has changed. So where vision sounds like, we want to be a $2 billion business, $4 billion, whatever it is in the next 10 years. Position sounds like, well, the environment that we're operating within has really shifted. That changes what good looks like and how we're going to get there. You are talking from a broader position. And so you need to do that zoom out and demonstrate that you can see the view and you can see, okay, let's connect these dots. And then direction is when you land really nicely on this is the path we're going to choose. And that might sound like something like, I've identified these 3 things that are going to need to happen for us to get to where we need to get to. Or it might sound like your role in this is going to be huge. Every single person in this team is going to play a part. And so what I want to do is go through with each and every one of you how you and I can get to that vision. Vision, position, direction. The key thing is here, keep it simple and utilize that opportunity to zoom out and then decide. This framework will help you to communicate your strategy well. It will keep it simple. You'll be able to use it on the spot. And more than anything, I think that when you are in a position where someone says, you need to be a strategic thinker, and you go, well, what does that mean? I don't play Risk. Well, everyone I know who's good at strategy plays Risk. What you can do is move from, okay, here I am in the weeds, to rising above and floating and seeing the greater, bigger picture, purely by adding these sorts of sentences into the way that you speak. We're tying into the vision. The vision is. The landscape, however, has changed somewhat. And over the last 10 years, we've seen a real change. And in the next 10 years, we're going to see more change. So the direction we need to take is, and that's your 3 pillars: vision, position, direction. I'll be back next week here on YouTube. If you want to get these videos directly into your inbox, then make sure you're signed up to the presentercoach.co.uk mailing list. You can find out all about it in the comments, or just head to thepresentercoach.co.uk and sign yourself up. Remember, great communication changes your life, your culture, your team, your business, including the way you talk to yourself. I'll see you next week.